Alright guys, KamyKam's back, and now I want to make some more videos because there's been a lot of growth on this channel recently. And of course, since you guys seem to like my Sonic videos, well, I'm going to make more Sonic videos. And I got a lot to talk about with Sonic. And one thing that I've actually wanted to talk about for a really long time is to address Blaze's mischaracterization now in the Sonic series. Blaze, if you guys don't know, is actually my favorite Sonic character of all time. Right next to Sonic, actually. If Sonic and Blaze are not in like the same place, then I'm probably gonna riot or something, you know, because I just can't have one without the other. And whenever I see Sonic and Blaze together, it just makes my day that much better. Now, with that being said, just being a huge fan of these characters, I can definitely tell you some of their differences with their characterization. I definitely can tell you that every time Sonic does switch a voice actor, it definitely does seem like he actually has a different personality every single time. But the thing that I want to talk about today is the character of Blaze. Blaze in herself definitely does have some differences in terms of her character. In terms of like, if you compare her to now, from her time when she first debuted in the first game, Sonic Rush. Now, people may not be able to understand this because of the fact that, in all honesty, Blaze is actually one of the characters that, you know, she's very much consistent across every single game or media, comic, or whatever it is she's in. She's actually very much consistent. I actually really like that about her. The fact that it's actually pretty hard to get her wrong. But if there's one thing that is actually wrong about Blaze, is the fact that nowadays she's portrayed as a kudere. For those who don't know, a kudere, which is, you know, something of a dere, whatever that is, a personality thing for, you know, certain female anime characters. But I'm just gonna read you guys like the definition from the dere types wiki, alright? A kudere is a term for a character who appears calm and unemotional most of the time, but becomes cute and loving around their love interest. They don't talk much and have a cold, uninterested attitude towards people who are not their love interest. Although it might not appear like it at first, they are hiding a deeper inner love inside that will start to come out after becoming closer to their love interest. So yeah, basically Blaze is just a girl, like basically a kudere is basically a girl anime who basically shows little to no emotion or seems stoic or passive. I think that's the more accepted term. Now, the reason why I say that Blaze is not a kudere is that because that actually is how she's portrayed more so now, more in the games now. She's more quiet, she's more reserved, and she's very much stoic now in the game. She's like very polite and elegant, and she seems very quiet now in the games. Now, my problem with this portrayal of Blaze is this is not the Blaze that I originally grew up with. The Blaze that I knew that actually debuted in Sonic Rush, which I can definitely tell you, like, you know, Sonic Rush Adventure is my favorite game and all, but I can definitely tell you there is definitely a difference between Sonic Rush's portrayal and Sonic Rush Adventure's portrayal of that. And that's crazy because that's after the likes of Sonic 06. I would say that Sonic 06 definitely was a reimagining, I guess, for the character. Just a very slight reimagining though, because this is where honestly the kudere stuff does come from. I think it's just to bounce off with, you know, the Silver's naivete, now whatever the fuck, how Silver was naive in Sonic 06. You know, I guess Blaze being a kudere was a way for her to bounce off of to bounce off of Silver, so that there would be better chemistry amongst those two. Now, if you guys don't know, I don't really like Blaze being in Sonic 06 because I feel like she was just shoehorned in that game for absolutely no reason. And I don't like Sonic. I mean, I don't really like Silver and Blaze's, you know, whole dynamic thing going on. I think they should have never met. They should have never even been friends. It makes no sense to me. But that's neither here nor there. Now, you might be wondering, what evidence do I have about this? Well, like I said in Sonic Rush before, Blaze actually did have a more spunky attitude. She had lines such as,
"Now, if you return them quietly, I won't need to raise any more flames."
Your little parlor tricks don't impress me. The emeralds are mine.
"Don't be such a poor loser. Give me back the Soul Emerald!"
I won't forget this.
First emerald retrieved.
Those lines showed a more cocky / confident side. Now, while she was still portrayed as shy and a bit reserved, she was really a huge flame, pardon the pun, ready to burst. And even in some of her like voice clips from Sonic Rush actually did portray this as well. She has a lot more lively energy, you know? Even though she's portrayed as shy in the game, in some of these voice clips, you can actually hear if she's like, you know, doing ballet or she's doing like awesome trick moves or whatever, her like inner shell is like cracked and then she breaks out and she becomes this more lively, more energetic, more bodacious person.
Whew, yeah! Okay, you can't escape me. How's that? Never get on my bad side.
What's wrong? This is merely a matter of crossing the finish line within the time limit? All too easy. Resistance is futile! Time to start again from scratch. Is it the grass that is slowing me down? This is how to do it! Up we go!
Victory is mine. Here I go. Time to do this. Yeah! Go! Ah! No way! Ha ha!
Not bad.
So a lot of those actually came from spin-off games, and as you can tell, Blaze had more of a confident, more flamboyant side, although she can still be seen as someone who's like kind of gentle, a little bit polite and everything. She does have a more like wilder side of herself in these lines. Like I said, it sounds like she's a lot more spunky, as opposed to these next couple of clips that I will show you, which actually display Blaze's more kudere, more stoic, more very much like a softened personality, to the point where it seems like she has been sucked out energy from her. It seems like she doesn't have as much energy in these clips than she did before.
So, this is the past. I hope Silver is okay. He's pretty insecure when he's alone. That's a Chaos Emerald. It said this gem can transform your thoughts into power. Collect 7, and a miracle's supposed to happen. Keep it as a lucky charm.
Yes, it was vague, but compelling enough to pique my curiosity. Now that I see you, I think not. Tanuki are notorious tricksters, and I'm reluctant to be a pawn in your schemes, no matter how intriguing.
What? Blaze, that didn't sound right. Like, you're assuming that already that he's a trickster because he's a Tanuki. That sounds kind of animalist, right? Because it can't be racist. Well, I guess it could be, but like it's kind of animalist. That's why did you? What even? How should you? Now with those lines, you can definitely hear more of that going on with her. You know, and of course, I'm just going to start reading over. This is not going to be the most crazy voice acting, but like, again, Sonic Rush did portray her a little bit more differently. We got lines such as, now if you return them quietly, I won't need to raise any more flames. Your little parlor tricks don't impress me. The emeralds are mine. Don't be such a poor loser. Like I said before, give me back the soul emeralds. Whoa, I won't forget this. I can't. Why am I reading it like this? But yeah, then there's stuff like, hey, you mustached old man, I finally found you. You mean these pretty little things? These are my means to ultimate power. Now scat, cat. It seems like you like to play with fire. Let me light up your fingers then. Come on, how do you get kudere from that? Like, how do you get someone who's stoic or reserved? And more stuff like this. Wait. Sheesh, I feel like a babysitter. Sheesh, another person ranting on about Sonic. Don't mention it. We're friends, right? I will never do cream ever again. Yes, we're friends. So as you can see in Sonic Rush, she had more of an attitude. She had more of a inner, like she literally has like a shield, like an inner shield around herself that she just needs to crack. She's not someone who's just stoic or reserved, but she is something of a flame ready to burst. Now, I think, again, like I said before, this stuff really came, this whole Quitter Ray stuff came from Sonic 06. Just to let you guys know, I don't like how anyone really is portrayed in Sonic 06. The only people that I actually like the characterization of in Sonic 06 are probably Shadow and Silver. Silver because, you know, that was his first game, like, and you know, that kind of set the standard for him to go on. And Shadow because, let's be honest guys, Shadow stole the show in Sonic 06. There's no real argument there. So with that being said, everybody else was just butchered. I do not like basically everyone else. Everyone just kind of seemed like they were either high or they were just absolutely stupid. Blaze just seemed like she was just there. Like she was just like, whatever, I guess I'm in Sonic 06 now. Like that's how it seemed like to me. And the thing about that is that's where the Quitter Ray stuff actually started happening. You know, I don't like that portrayal of Blaze. I don't like how that game was even really written in general. I do think there is potential for Sonic 06, and I'm not one of those people, but I'm not one of those people that will say like, oh yeah, it's actually a really, really good game. No, it's not. Sonic 06 was bad. Okay, it was just a bad game, but it could have been executed a lot better. It could have been one of the best. That's really the reason why, you know, Sonic 06 is such a terrible game. But with that being in mind, the fact that people are just fine with this portrayal of Blaze, she's like just so boring to me now, you know? But anyway, after Sonic 06, you know, of course, the games actually did try to go more in the direction of the Quitter Ray Blaze. But even in stuff like Sonic Rush, which I think is the last time where you can actually see semblance of her original personality. Blimey, the door's moving. Marine, it's okay. It's only the wind. Scared. No, of course not. Like that right there, that's showing a little bit of cockiness. Enough of this nonsense. Return the scepter to me immediately. I don't know how to do whiskered. You're persistent. If you want to die the Metroid, I don't know what just happened. You think I can't? Blaze, don't let him get you worked up. And then, you know, of course, Sonic is like trying to like, you know, assure Blaze to just calm down right there. Sure, with the material from Sky Babylon and the stuff that we got now, it'll be a cinch. You're the best, Tails. Those pirates will never know what hit them. Is everyone all right? Yeah, huh? Sonic, look down there. Ugh. Oh, crikey. Sorry, I love Marie. She should come back. Those are clouds. Yow, talk about a view. Strange as it sounds, it looks like we've got blasted off the island and ended up here. It sure looks that way. Guess that must have, you know, been so set that yeah, she gets all awkward here. Hey, Sonic, why don't we just back away from this edge here, yeah? Blaze, is something wrong? No, come on, we just need to back away, then everything will be fine. I love this game. Oh, little active action. How does Johnny sound? I'm just gonna do the Roger voice for Johnny. Oh, so little tag team action. I don't know what this is. A little tag team action, is it? You guys are toast. Toasty says, well, if they think we'll go down that easy, let's go. Well, you know how the first ship was all crook, so now I just gotta make a better one. And really, like I said before, Sonic Rush Adventure was the last Sonic game where you could see, like I said before, semblance of her original personality. Now, like I said before, I do think that her portrayal from Sonic 06 onwards was a lot more of a more boring interpretation of Blaze. I'm sorry, I just don't like Blaze being like the boring Quitter Ray. She's my favorite Sonic character, and I can definitely pick up on, you know, subtle things like that because she is my favorite. And just the fact that she is literally a fire-powered based character. One thing that you should probably never make a fire, like I could understand if like she was a calm character from like ice and she had powers of like ice and snow, right? Or she had like the power of the wind, maybe, I don't know, but wind's a little bit more wild like Sonic is. But what I'm trying to say is that fire characters mostly are uncontrollable beasts, or when they are controlled, they will usually have a side to themselves that are usually like wild and crazy. With Blaze being portrayed as a fire princess that also does ballet, like everybody knows, like if you don't know this about Blaze, then you should know that Blaze is a very elegant person. She's very polite. She does ballet. Whenever you're doing like trick moves in Sonic Rush, Sonic will do breakdancing moves because everybody knows that Sonic is a more, you know, he's a little bit more cool guy. He's more hip, I guess. I didn't want to say hip, but I guess I got to say that. But he will break dance in the air. Blaze will do ballet in the air. She'll do like consecutive, like really awesome little kicks and little more dance moves and stuff like that. That's how she is. She's elegant. But when you see that when she see how her animations and how she's performing it, she's very elegant. But it's like there's a raging fire that's coming from her. It's like a beautiful, like red and orange and yellow fire that's just like coming from her. And that's like the energy that Blaze gets off. Like, to me, that's Blaze the cat. She's not just some character that's just always quiet and stoic or whatever. She's this really kind and shy girl. But like, if she gets used to you, or if she gets into her element, she becomes this beautiful, pardon the pun, Blaze. As she's in her element, she's doing what she does best. She's, you know, using her fire moves, and she's enjoying it, and she's being elegant. She's doing fast tricks. She's getting excited because she can fight, and that's what Blaze is. And we have not seen that version of Blaze in years. I am telling you guys right now, that actually is Blaze. And every time, you know, I'm not saying this to say that if you're a fan artist, or you're a person that likes Blaze to be like portrayed this way in like comics or games or whatever, or maybe even like a movie, I don't know, maybe she'll be in a movie someday, I have no idea. But what I'm just trying to say is, if you like Blaze being portrayed this way, that's fine and all. But, you know, I'm not saying like that's a bad thing for you to portray her this way, but I do want to give more attention to the fact that Blaze's character is more than what she is. There is more depth to these characters. I'm tired of like this whole thing about, you know, characters that we like having to be two-dimensional stereotypes, or not stereotypes, but they're just one like thing. Like Sonic is just supposed to be this carefree, you know, guy or whatever, but he has more depth than that. Blaze has more depth than that. Shadow has more depth than that. Everybody has more depth than that. Even you, the person watching this video, have more depth than being whatever people probably see you as. So that's what I'm trying to say. I like more depth in my characters. I like it when people are more, you know, they have more shades going on with themselves. And Blaze is definitely that character for me, you know, because she's my favorite character. How am I not going to say that? But yeah, guys, that's basically it for the video. I just want to jump on here real quick and tell you guys the whole entire story and how Blaze is not a kudere. She's actually more awesome than just being some one-note character like that. Kind of was like a little bit all over the place with this video, but I hope you guys understand, like, this is like Blaze's mischaracterization that I have definitely realized over the years. Maybe we can see more fan stuff to portray Blaze in a different light, in a better light that she should probably be portrayed in. And if I do like fan art stuff, because you guys know, if you guys don't know, I do draw, I will definitely portray Blaze this way. But with that being said, guys, that's going to be the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys like this video, like this video. If you guys like you saw you want to see more, why not subscribe to the channel? All my social media links will be in the description down below. But with that being said, guys, thank y'all for watching. Have a good night, day when you're watching us. And as always, hasta.